Well, thank you, brother. I love doing it. So I'll keep on smashing here at least until what, January 18th for the TikTok ban. We'll have to see what we do after that. You never know. Joaquin Buckley said something in an interview that I thought was very fascinating. First of all, he said, look, Colby knew me. We talked about training together, but he never wanted to do it. And that wasn't what was interesting to me. The fact that Colby's lying and is in character, that's normal. But what he said is Colby's the kind of guy that likes his training to be soft. I'm the kind of guy that likes to push myself and stretch myself out there. And a lot of people, I think, in MMA don't understand what that really means. And because MMA is such a new sport, it has different meanings. The reality is, when I was kickboxing, sparring was full contact, right? There was no point in going light. Nobody would have ever even thought of that. But with the grappler mix in MMA, there's a lot of soft stand-up. They do their grappling hard, but they do their soft stand-up, touch, go, and whatnot. And I think that's why the Scrap Pack really didn't like me. I'm going to hit you as hard as I can, and I welcome you to hit me as hard as I can. And if anybody's got an issue with it, you can look at Sean Strickland. You can look at, Alex Pereira. You can look at any number of guys that full contact spar to become as good on their feet as they possibly can. The guys who don't full contact spar are very relevant. Kron Gracie, right? You saw that lack of stand-up. It's because stand-up's not real to him. He doesn't really do it. How do I know? I was with the Scrap Pack years. That's just what they do. That's what they believe in. And if you don't do it that way, they'll shun you and, make you, train with other people. Colby doing it his way, look, he's a wrestler, right? He's a grappler, just like I said. So, he probably feels more comfortable going 100% in the grappling arena and not as hard in the striking arena. Look, I guess there's some weird logic to that, right? Like, you're still a beginner or a learner in that area. Can you put it together and fight it? Yeah, Gilbert Melendez was famous for, like, he chooses sparring partners. One was a guy named Javier McKay. Javier McKay was my first MMA coach. And Javier was a really, really clever fighter. He could dissect people and figure them out. He dissected me and my style and dissected me pretty easily. But incidentally, Javi would go on to fight other guys that he couldn't beat. CJ he lost to in a smoker. Joe Gamina, a pro boxer up there, who I handled easily. So it's very weird, with fighting how it actually goes. But against Gilbert, Javi would just move and play defense, and it made Gilbert feel good, and he kept bringing Javi back and paying him for sparring, which God bless for Javi, and that's awesome. And Gilbert generally performed on fight night. But he had holes in his game. No noticeable hole. He never learned how to check leg kicks, despite having a Muay Thai coach for most of his career in Junction on. So, yeah, there it is, guys. You really want to learn something, you got to get to the level where it's all balls to the wall. And Joaquin Buckley said it, and so do I. Read my book, Warrior of the Light.